But you guys account for it. You manage to hook it around this pillar, and it rolls up about to here, and the floor starts shifting back that direction, and I don't know how the physics would work, but we'll say that it evens the floor out, but the table is like right here. In fact, I'll draw it here. And it's laying on its side, so it'll roll back.
I was going to say, Khalil wanted to step out and counterbalance.
And counterbalance? As soon as Khalil steps out, he needs to make a dex save.
Yep.
Slippery.
I knew this was coming.
You know, you could have maybe sent the lightest dude out there, but I've already had a bad day.
Yeah, someone else's turn to have a bad day, especially with the nat 1.
I told you I just cloned that dice. It was the same die. You want me to...
no, delete this one.
Okay.
Like, right now, I'm getting another one out of the bag.
Okay.
I'm going to spend my time mage hand this hatch.
Okay, well, I'm going to deal with Khalil first. He steps out of the room, and he tries to get his bearing on this greasy floor, but it's a lot more slippery than he was expecting. It's like, the floor is like covered in banana peels sitting on top of Lubriderm, is what it's like. And he falls flat on his ass, and as soon as he does, the table starts rolling back his direction as the floor starts listing down. Khalil.
Yeah?
You have two options here.
Yeah?
And I'll let you decide what you want to do.
Okay.
With a dex save DC...
I would say
you're laying prone right now, so you'd have to stand up first. So dex save DC 10, which gets you back into this door. Dex save DC 15, you can grab hold of this pillar. Or this one, I guess. You're equidistant.
Can Tarin grab him?
Tarin is...
I'm right there.
What I was thinking is about to reach back toward the toward the door.
Tarin.
And since it's listing to where the door would be a ledge now, there's something for me to grab onto there.
Okay, that's why I'm giving you a dex save DC 10 to see if you can get to that ledge. Tarin, if you want to grab him, that's going to be an athletics check.
Well, I'll make that.
Last time you made this athletics check, you got pulled out of a tree. Just saying.
Lovely.
Tarin reaches through the doorway and latches onto Khalil's arm, but it doesn't matter because Khalil clambers into the doorway anyway. Tarin, you're pretty sure that had Khalil not gone into the doorway, you would not have been able to hold his weight and he would have dragged you down. Now this time, you climb back into the room and the table continues to roll. Roll to the end until the floor is tipped all the way inward and the table falls down in the distance and crashes against the bottom somewhere. And looking down into the hole, you see like an eerie blue light, like motes of light floating around in a natural cave. The drop looks to be something like 60 feet.
Okay, so don't fall.
And
got it.
Tarin, you can note, Khalil can't because it's too far away, but Tarin, you can note way down in the bottom of this cave is carpeted with mushrooms.
Huh. Detect magic?
The walls are magical, the mushrooms are not.
What about
the motes of light are magical.
Okay. How high or low does the edge of this pivot, like how high up does this come from my perspective when I'm standing at the edge of it?
It's 20 feet to the ceiling from you are and 60-foot drop down into the cave.
But how high does the floor go above or below, like, the level that the other rooms are at, if that makes sense?
No, it's 20 feet up, 60 foot down.
I think what he's
Is
asking
the floor
is
basically
how
horizontal?
far is...
This floor? This edge of the floor is now sitting at the top of the archway in the ceiling.
Okay, it's at the ceiling. That's what I missed. So it's 20 feet
like
up.
probably about like the first 5 feet of this room is now gap.
And there's a sloped floor 20
Now
feet
it's
below.
5, 10, 15. It's a 20-foot gap to the now vertical wall.
Oh, it's vertical.
Well, okay.
Should we lower down a rope and go down there?
Yeah, let's tie a rope around one of these pillars.
You can't reach the pillars. The pillars are all 20 feet away from you.
No, in the room we're in.
Oh, in the room here.
Here.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that'll work.
Tarin will go first.
We'll bring it up second.
Tarin, you look down and you see that you're only going to be rappelling for about 5 feet. After that, it's just a sheer drop down into the cave.
Okay.
You're not going down a solid wall.
I'm going to tie the rope around my waist and let it out slowly.
Okay, is everybody going to follow him down?
Yeah.
I guess.
I'll mark the rope from my pack.
As a few of you start climbing down this rope, the cube looks down into the pit. It says, this one is not sure that he can operate the rope.
Please don't try.
We could just drop you again.
You could fly him down.
No.
I don't know how.
When
many
Eldove says we
shots
can drop you again, the cube looks at him and says, "This one thinks that is logical."
Tie a rope around him and lower him.
Okay, so I'm gonna save this.
Just tie a rope around him and lower him.
Alright,
can
now
lower
for
him
the
down.
moment of truth, is it going to keep our dice?
Yeah, we're
All right,
gonna
well-
find out.
Tarin's already gone. So.
No!
I made him persist, but it didn't work. All right, give me a second so I can know exactly what to delete here. That. This, maybe? Bueller? No, not that. This. Oh, maybe I can delete that. Yeah, I can delete that.
Did you draw a little circle or something where the rope lets down?
I will. You come down here. And you climb down into this cave, and then one of you stays behind. Well, it's going to take two of you to lower him safely. But let's just assume that you do that and not have a repeat of what happened earlier. It's a vast, damp cave that opens up in all directions, illuminated by blue motes of light floating through the air. And it's very cold down here. Like a thin mist permeates the whole cave. The floor of the cave is filled with rows upon rows of mushrooms in all shapes, sizes, colors. Clearly, someone has been cultivating these mushrooms. It's like Smurf Wonderland down here.
Oh boy.
At
Eldove
the
says, "I'm
edges
gonna
of
go
the
ahead on
gardens, you see
on a
more
guess here,
exotic
let's say.
plants, like exotic flowers and shrubs and things. That would be like at the edges of the gardens, like down in this area, and then along here. And it is a natural cavern. The walls are rough and unworked, but you do see a couple of stone structures in the distance. One here and then one over here, which has stone-worked walls. And you look up, and it is a 60-foot climb back up to the entryway.
This will be fun. Well, somebody's been working down here. There must be another way up and down from here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and just like say at a guess that I shouldn't light the wizard's mushrooms on fire.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, well, I'm going to get the cube back out here.
Tarin is gonna start moving forward towards this independent building.
Okay.
The cube
sort
sinks
out.
into the ground.
No, cube, why?
He does sink into the ground a little bit.
Huh.
So everybody
But
put
now he
yourself where you're
doesn't.
going to be. And it's
I'm
very
assuming I went
quiet down
last.
here. That's the other thing, is you don't hear the sounds of scurrying or cackling, probably because there are no warped walls within eyeshot.
Fuck those gnomes. Or
Yeah, they're
gnomes.
way
Those-
above you.
those goblins.
Yeah, racist against gnomes, huh?
And there
Like that one
is-
Dave Chappelle skit.
There is a light dripping of grease falling off of the wall that's now falling on Zook and Eldove's heads.
I like
well,
this.
I'm gonna
That
step
you
forward
can
from that.
prestidigitation away. That's fine.
Oh, Eldove does. Don't worry.
So, where are we going?
Zook, do you want me to clean your clothes? You
Yes,
want to not be a
please.
greasy gnome?
Please.
That's the best kind of gnome.
Sounds like a diner.
We
You
are the
guys are
cleanest group
exploring
of
my dungeon
adventurers.
out of order, assholes.
Well,
everybody's gonna go check out this
off,
wall?
Like all of our dungeon in here.
Yeah.
Solid stone wall. Goes all the way up to the ceiling.
Okay.
If I go around it,
Same deal. Same
if I put my ear against it and knock, does it sound hollow or solid?
Sounds like solid stone. Like you don't think you get a hollow sound through a stone wall that's that thick.
Okay.
And there's no crawl space in there, if that's what you're asking. But you're also
Right,
not sure
right.
if you could tell by knocking on it.
Yeah, no, obviously.
All right. I'm gonna head in this direction.
We
Okay.
check, I mean,
Well, let me
check-
check the back, yeah.
Make
You
sure to
walk,
detect
walk around the
magic,
back,
too.
and you walk around the entire perimeter, and it's just a stone wall all the way around.
Okay.
Anything magical about it?
The wall itself is magical, yes. The stone walls of the cave are not. And the
Okay.
mushrooms are
And the
not.
motes of light.
And the
If,
motes of
um,
light that permeate.
and it's all solid. There's no sign of a door or anything anywhere around it.
You're looking for a door where?
Well, I mean, I'll check this wall first.
Okay, roll investigation.
Is anyone better at investigation than me?
Yeah.
Why don't you do this, Eldove?
Oh, Khalil is.
Oh,
Yeah, I got investigation bonus too. If you guys want me to do that.
So you're
Yeah,
gonna
'cause
you're
I
gonna
have, like,
check the
negative-
east wall first? Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
I have -1 investigation, so
28, I believe.
You go over this wall, and I mean, you can only investigate the part that's in front of you. The wall goes up 60 feet. But you do not find a door there.
Look around there. Backside.
Okay. You like this dice better? This one okay?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, this one's working better for me.
And again, I mean, you walk the distance of this wall, and you've seen some secret doors in your day, and you're looking for all the... Like, you're looking for holes in between the mortar, somewhere you could slip your fingers into, something that might rotate, and same deal, just a solid wall.
Alright, I'm gonna make a, just real quickly, I'm gonna send at full speed my hawk around to examine the other side of this thing.
Okay, I'm going to deal with Khalil first.
Another 17 on this wall.
Same deal. You look for all the telltale signs of a wall, and you do not see one.
Alright, screw it. We'll come back to it later.
And then finally the front part of the wall. And that is another 14.
And same deal. You checked out the wall, it looks solid. Nodal, you send the hawk around? He looks around, and circles all the way around and comes back. The first thing he notes is that this room here has a hole blown into the wall. Laying on the floor here is like a big scorch mark and a broken staff. This 16 here is a giant, and I mean giant, pile of goblin corpses. Like, you see evidence here of the goblin's mastery over the tower. Like, piles and piles of corpses. Clearly, like, there's no small amount of disembodied limbs and heads. This is how the goblins gain control of the tower. Excruciating trial and error.
Yeah, just like throwing waves and waves of men at it.
And the used goblins are dumped in this pit here.
How many goblins?
How many? Countless.
Do a fireball at it. Do it.
Maybe later when I want to vomit.
Okay.
Yeah, so, let's move up and
So I'll relate that to everybody, and I'll tell them specifically about the staff, and that we might want to stay a little bit back from it.
Tarin, stay put right there, because you can see inside this room now. Looking into this room, it's a storage room. The corner, by which I mean this corner here, is dominated by 3 large shelves, which have been thoroughly ransacked. Crates are broken, boxes are overturned, jars and bottles are smashed on the floor. The floor itself is covered in baubles like feathers, bits of animal fur, broken chunks of crystal, iron filings, sands of all kinds of colors, glass beads, etc. The north corner of the room, up here, which you technically can't see yet, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, are 3 chests sitting there, closed, each one very obviously trapped. I mean, you're detecting magic, yes?
Yeah.
So what you see is like a magical thread that links this chest to this chest to this chest, and then it goes into this wall, travels along the wall, and then disappears into this wall, like it goes back into the bricks.
Yeah.
Now, along the wall in front of that chest is, in front of this chest here, like right here, on that inside wall, is a huge scorch mark with a goblin outline in it. Pretty clear, right?
Makes sense.
This one, the floor is covered in dried vomit. And this one is just a huge circular bloodstain sitting in front of the chests, with inside like a cracked indentation in the floor.
Nice.
The southern corner of the room, this section you're standing in front of, covered with soot and ash. Like, there's been an explosion here with enough power to blow this wall open. And a broken oaken staff, like a gnarled tree root looking staff, lays at your feet right here, and it is not.
Is it like broken in half, or
broken in half? It's not radiating magic.
Was there is there like a dead wizard near the staff?
No, no bodies except for the pile over here.
Of the staff and put them in my pack.
Okay. Before you move in there, Khalil and Eldove, put yourself back.
Ah!
Okay. Yeah, we should probably roll initiative real quick.
New floor, new initiative.
Yep, new floor, new initiative. I dropped my d20, so I'm gonna roll again. I'm sorry.
Hey, look at what it says on the floor.
Oh, Jesus, dicks.
Play it where it roll. Play it where
This
it
floor
lies.
says 16, so I hope I can use that.
All right. I have one text file with all my encounters in it, and as I go, I'm cut pasting the encounters to a new notepad so I can switch back and forth between the two as I need to.
Are you using Notepad++?
No. I don't like
You
Notepad++.
Are you using
Notepad++
TextPad?
is so
you
good.
are the worst.
I don't know Notepad++.
I like TextPad. Notepad++ isn't bad.
I just
Tarin,
use
what's your
regular
initiative?
Notepad.
Tarin acts at
criminal.
6.
I'm sorry, at 6.
Yes.
And Zook.
15.
15. Zook's a dirty cheater.
Man, I've had shitty initiative this whole game. Don't even talk.
Eldove.
16.
Holy crap.
Totally getting alert next.
Khalil.
9. 9.
And Arik.
2.
Oh, nice.
Wins.
You're not a cheater, don't worry. We know.
No, he is just anti-cheating, just to keep Brick Road off the scent. He is mega cheating.
How is F this tower always at 20?
Because it's a lair action. Lair actions
Oh.
always happen at 20.
Never mind then.
Because they're fucking cheaters.
Tarin.
Wait,
Fucking
that's
layers.
a very weird
Yes.
word.
After you do a once over the room and come back out, something horrible appears from the corpse pile.
Ugh.
Is it Legion? Is it Goblin Legion?
You wish.
Grand Falloon? Are we gonna have to? Are we gonna have to get Globus out up in here?
Whoa, these are too big. There we go. I'm going to assume probably only Arik knows what these monsters are because his character sheet literally says that his language is as foul as an Odiug's breath. Probably none of the rest of you have encountered Odiugs before, but there they are. And Eldove, you get the first action. They burst out of the corpse, but they did not surprise you.
Are they psychic?
What's that?
Are these the psychic Odiugs or not?
Roll a...
That's not. I wasn't a serious.
Well, I'm not going to
question.
answer out of character.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if Tarin is curious, I will let him roll a nature check. No, let's make that an arcana check against the DC of his library.
Is that an action or?
No, just at first sight, I'm just going to see if you
Okay.
know what these are. And if they do, I'll give you some
the
knowledge
library's
about
at
them.
15 right now, so actually that might make it. I think I made it so I'd get it on. Let's see here.
Wait, do you want to beat your library or lose to your library? Because wouldn't you want your library to have a good DC?
You're dumb.
I fail.
You fail? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
the
look...
library is-
I imagine when he's improving the
These
library,
things look
it
like
lowers the
horrible
DC.
monstrosities.
Yeah, that works.
And you haven't ever encountered these creatures, and you haven't seen them in your books. But Arik, you know. Here's what you know about Odiugs. They eat offal. They eat corpses. They basically live in dungeons and feed on filth. Which immediately leads you to believe that there were originally many, many, many more goblin bodies in this pile. They are slightly telepathic. They can send out telepathic energy to kind of sense where creatures are and try to lead them to the pile. But you're not sensing anything happening with them in this place. Probably for the same reason you're getting static along Tarin's mind link. They attack with horrifying tentacles, and their bite confers terrible, deadly diseases if you're bitten by them. And I see
Don't
Eldove
get
drawing a
bit, guys.
line, so Eldove's impatient here. What's going on, Eldove?
I'm just trying
Don't
to speed
get
this
bit.
thing up, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna fireball right there.
Right there? Do it.
I will.
What
Said
kind
he
of
was
save do
gonna
they have to make?
incinerate those corpses.
Yeah,
at
they
some
have to
point.
make a save.
What kind of save?
Reflex.
Dex.
One pass and one fail, so roll your damage. And it's
I'm
a
assuming
dex
you know
save,
it's
not a reflex
7.
save. Asshole.
This isn't 3rd edition.
17 was the number.
17 damage?
No, it was the save.
Oh, he rolled a 20, and I know your DC
Yeah.
save's not 20. The other one rolled 5, and I know your DC save's not 5, so...
So that was a pretty easy one.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Sometimes the game gives you the easy dice.
Alright, so
Not
14, 18, 21, 26 plus 5 is 31 fire damage to both. Well, 31 fire damage. Save is 16.
So half of that is 15 damage.
Is it round up or round down?
Round down.
Okay, round down then.
Bad.
15.
And yeah, you blow this corpse pile apart with this fireball. And I mean, Goblin bits go flying in every direction. Tarin, you get spattered in the face. It's kind of gross. This Odiug here, you caught him with a hefty chunk of the blast. This one here did not seem to suffer as bad.
Eldove is then going to back out.
That's cool.
Now, they don't actually see me from where I'm at, do they?
They do not. They see Tarin, Eldove, and they probably got a glimpse of Khalil, but that's it. But remember, Tarin walked into this room and checked it out, and then walked back out.
Right. So at the sound of explosions, Zook is going to go in the opposite direction. 1, 2.
If you attack from back here, the Odiugs have half cover because of the pile of corpses in the way.
Oh, can I be able to get through here?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the corpses are on fire.
Dude, that's like a 4-foot gap. You can just walk right through that. But the corpses themselves, you got a flaming corpse pile that's standing between you and the Odiugs from that direction. So they get a +2 AC basically if you fire from there.
+2 AC?
Yeah.
I'll take that chance actually because I might be able to get a sneak attack on that guy.
Okay.
Shoot through the flaming corpse.
So you're moving stealthfully. You're moving stealthily?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your stealth roll?
That's a good question. I hadn't rolled one. You want me to do that first?
Yeah. You can use hide as a bonus action, correct?
I can use hide as a bonus.
Okay, that's good. So you can hide and still attack on this turn.
So that'll be 17.
Okay. Yeah, you can make an advantage. They do not know you're there. So roll the attack with advantage, and you get a -2 to the roll.
Well, there's a 20.
Okay, well you rolled the 18. That'll hit. So which one are you attacking?
This one right here.
This one here. Okay.
You rolled a 20, so that's a crit, right?
Yes, it's a crit.
Yeah. All right.
It's like
so
10d6.
Here comes a lot of
all the
no,
d6s.
I don't get that on the sneak attack.
Yes, you do. Dice are doubled.
All the dice are doubled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, your crits are mad crazy, dude. Same with fighters when they get up in level.
yeah.
All right. So my regular attack is 4 plus. What's my bonus up to now? 6. So that's 10 on the regular. And add to that.
You probably have to step forward 2 more squares to fire, though, because you're trying to go through the corner here. You see that line I'm drawing?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so you'd have to be standing like, right at the corner, like in this space. And then the line will not clip through the wall.
Okay.
Like one more square. Now you got it.
One more?
I'll give that one to you. That's fine.
Okay.
You're around the corner.
So, anyways, I had 10 plus.
So you buy those magical arrows that curve around corners, like that stupid movie?
Yeah. 10 plus 5, 7, 9, 10, 12 plus 22.
Oh, shit.
That's the number.
That's the numbers.
12, 20.
That's 24.
4. So 22 plus 24 is 46.
46 total?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you get around this corner, and these things are starting to inch closer to the party, just as you were expecting. And you poke around the corner, put an arrow in it, and the arrow goes very deep. And what seeps out doesn't look to you like blood. It looks like a blackish green ichor. And this thing howls, and it spatters saliva all over the wall in front of it as it howls in pain.
Is it dead?
No. It's Khalil's turn.
Oh, good.
That was rad, though.
That was
Thanks.
pretty rad. I like how
Guy in front
he
of you
always
is
makes sure Khalil faces the enemy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. The one in front of you is the one that barely got singed by the fireball, but not by a great amount.
All right. So 19 plus 8 is
Oh, that hits. Trust me. Yeah, that's a hit.
yeah. D4 plus 7. Or D8 plus 7, I'm sorry. That's 12. Extra attack.
Okay. So we're up to 12 right now.
Yep. 16.
That hits.
Plus another 7 is another 12, so 24.
24 total.
Yep. And action surge.
Okay.
For another attack. No. Extra 2 attacks.
Yeah, that gives you
Yeah.
a full action.
That's a miss. It's only 10.
Yeah, 10 doesn't hit. That'll hit.
How about a 25?
That does it.
And then 14 more damage.
You step forward with your longsword. This is the one that you took off the sanguine serpents, right? This is the one with the snake designs. Step forward and you start hacking at this thing, and you get a couple really good hits in on it. And yeah, like I explained to Zook, it starts bleeding with this greenish black ichor start leaking out of its chitinous flesh.
Any movement left, you might want to get out of the way.
That's the attack of opportunity if you move away.
Oh, never mind. That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my ground here.
Okay, Tarin.
I can move into this square, right?
Yeah, you can squeeze in behind Khalil.
Okay. 2 attacks on the one that was hit by the arrow.
Okay. This is your packed weapon?
Yeah.
Okay.
First attack hits an armor class.
Yeah, those both hit.
20.
You're
Okay.
good.
That's 10 damage on the first attack and 9 damage on the second.
So 19 total?
Yep.
And you step in next to Khalil with your packed weapon, and you just start going to town on this thing, and you're burning through its flesh, and again, it's... Uh-oh. Hold on, I got a message from Nodal.
Oh, I'm just talking to Momo because I don't want to talk over everyone.
Oh, okay. Well, it popped up on my screen and took focus out of Tabletop Simulator. You're fired for the 3rd time tonight. You're fired.
I was trying to be polite.
Holy shit, dude. 3 times you got fired. Tarin, you step in next to Khalil and just start hacking away at this one here. And it's hurting real bad. I mean, it's bleeding all over the place. It's not happy at all. And now they're going to bite you. With your permission, they're going to bite.
They don't have permission. No.
Khalil.
No permission. Yo.
Your AC is what right now? 'Cause I know it's what?
16.
That's with your rusted armor?
Yep.
Wait, it says 16 on your character sheet. Or did you lower it?
I lowered it.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. It lashes out with 2 tentacles coming off of... they come off its back? I don't remember what an Odiug, but it's got tentacles coming out of it. It's horrifying. The first one...
They're large tripedal creatures with 2 tentacles off the back and a strange sensory orifice that kind of comes off a weird tail.
Yeah, the first tentacle, you get your shield up, and as rusted as it is, you still get to glance off. The second tentacle lashes at you around the waist
For
and
the
hits.
first hit, riposte.
No, the first hit didn't hit. The first was a miss. The second one you can riposte.
Riposte is on a miss.
Oh, it's on a miss. Okay, yeah, you're right. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah, so plus 17 plus 8.
That hits. The 17 alone would hit.
Yeah, hang on.
I thought riposte was on a hit. My bad. Oh, parry is on a hit. That's what I'm thinking of.
Parry is on a hit.
Things are horrifying.
And then, so that's 1 superiority die. So it's a D8. So I'm basically taking 2d8 for this damage.
Okay.
2d8 plus 7. Yeah. So that's 9, and an additional 2. So 11 more damage.
11 more. Let me get the calculator out here.
I found some rad Odiug miniatures.
I'm gonna post an image of one of these guys in chat.
That's probably a good idea.
Hang on.
Now, this thing lashes out with its first tentacle, and you get your shield up in time, and it glances off, and you immediately take the opening and get your sword in for another good hit. And then it swings around with its other tentacle and lashes around your sword arm. Make me a DC 13, either athletics or acrobatic, whichever is higher. Go ahead and paste that link in the Twitch chat too, Destil. If you
I
can.
did. I
I got it.
All right, so
That's what you're
These things
fighting.
are
See
what?
Athletics or
I believe?
acrobatics, whichever is higher for you.
I think I got athletics here. Yeah, it's plus 7 on my athletics is 12.
All right, you are grappled and restrained as this Odiug gets its tentacle around you, and you're trying to fight it, try to get free of it, and it's restricting your movement quite a bit. And then it starts drawing it towards this gaping maw that it's got. Did you look at the image? Go look at the image, so you're going to see what's about to bite you.
For reference, the tail is where all the sensory organs are. There's no eyes or anything on it.
No.
And it goes in to bite, but you manage to swivel your body out of the way, and it just chomps air.
If only I had an
Tarin.
extra reaction, I would totally repost that.
I shout as a free action, don't let it bite you!
Tarin, what's your AC?
No, I'm
Your
trying
AC is
to help.
19?
19, I believe. Yep.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Khalil. You're supposed to take damage from that tentacle. My bad.
Damage.
8 damage. 8 damage from that tentacle when it bludgeons around you.
Damage.
I almost forgot.
Damage.
Tarin, you also take some damage.
I'm gonna. What did it hit me with?
It's coming out. The first tentacle hit. The second one missed.
I'm gonna make it re-roll that with disadvantage with my entropic ward.
Okay. How does that work?
It's a reaction. It re-rolls with disadvantage, and if the attack misses, I get to use advantage on my next attack against it.
And the second, entropic ward makes it miss with the tentacle.
Okay.
Nice.
There's just
That's
a chaotic
pretty rad.
flicker, and Tarin suddenly isn't standing where he was anymore. There's sort of a weird warp in space where he was.
Still comes at you with the bite, though.
Yep.
That seems fine.
Like, I would have saved the entropic ward for the bite if I was you, but...
I don't want to get grappled.
You take 12 damage as this thing
Okay.
bites down hard on your leg. And make me a Constitution
Saying something
save.
about not getting bit.
Yeah. Be about to get herpes from this thing.
Constitution save. Oh, what's the DC on that?
Boom.
I'll know the DC in a second. I forgot to notate it.
I fail.
Did you fail?
Yeah. I got a 6.
Make a note of what your max HP is supposed to be, but your max HP goes down by 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take that 10 damage and reduce your max HP down. You can't take that off temp HP. This is your
Got
maximum hit
wound
points.
damage.
Yeah, I don't have any temp HP right now.
Yeah, like 13-2 wound damage here.
Oh, did the bite take care of the temp HP?
I haven't put any up today.
Oh, that's weird. I thought you always had it up.
No, I don't. I traded that out because they don't scale well.
Okay, Arik.
I can hit it with my. Oh no, I'm using my glaive. Can I hit it with my glaive from here, or do I get?
Yes, glaive has reach. You're
Alright,
within
that's what I
10
thought.
feet of this homeboy right here. You can get him.
Sweet. I'm gonna do that
Okay.
because
I'm
these
gonna do
motherfuckers.
that.
Because these motherfuckers foul, and I want no part of it.
They're as foul as your language.
Yeah, they are. They are indeed. All right, so
And just like Eric's language, the breath on these things is nauseating. And you can see Tarin's leg where it's starting to turn like a pale yellow where it bit into its skin.
Smells worse than Osprum's soggy ball sacks.
That'll hit.
Sorry.
that's an 18 plus 6 is 24.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage on
Alright.
that.
D10, D10. Whoops.
D10's right here.
Alright, let me use that then.
And Orphan with the assist for
9.
the 6. So 9 damage.
9 damage.
Okay.
Go Orphan.
She's here in spirit.
And Khalil.
Yo.
Eric steps in behind you and sweeps forward with his glaive and chops at this thing that you've been hacking at.
Mm-hmm. Does it go bleh?
Fred steps forward with his lute, playing an awesome song he just recently wrote about how Eldove fell out of a tree. So Khalil,
Pretty good.
Floated out of a tree.
I thought it was...
I fell into a tree.
Khalil, you
Yes,
have a
Tarin who fell out of a tree.
you have a bardic inspiration die.
Bardic
That's a
inspiration die?
D8 that you can
Oh,
add
it's a D.
to any attack, save, or ability check.
Attack saver ability? Okay.
Yes. And we're back up to Eldove.
If this guy's still grappling
Actually,
me,
hold
I'm
on
probably
one
gonna
second.
add that to my get the fuck out
Is
of
Tower
grapple.
gonna do anything to us?
That's what I'm going to find out. No. It's up to Eldove.
Oh. Oh, damn. I have to remember that next time.
Eldove will maneuver his way over here.
Okay.
And we'll shoot out a scorching ray at which one is grappling someone?
Neither.
This. Oh, I thought this one was grappling
Be
me.
right back.
Oh, it is. That's right. It's got its tentacle lashed around you. It missed with the bite. It hit with. So yeah, that one's grappling Khalil, the one in front of Khalil.
All right, so I will scorching ray that one.
Okay. I know this is gonna take a million dice. So I'm gonna hit the fridge real quick, and probably hit the bathroom on the way back. And by the time I come back, I hope I see a damage number. Okay.
Be right.
Wait, what's its AC?
What's its AC? Not terribly good. It's 14, and I'll be right back.
All right. 5 or higher hits everyone.
5 or higher.
All right, so that's
Two
two
rays.
hits. So that is...
Five.
That's actually one too many. That's
10,
6,
15.
9, 15, plus 10 is 25 fire damage.
25 fire damage, rad. Hopefully that kills this thing.
Don't say I never mailed you anything.
I know. Thank you. I'm very much appreciated.
And we'll see if it kills it. If it doesn't, I might toss out a firebolt.
Well, I'm right behind you with, and I'll get a sneak attack on him.
Yeah, since I'm in melee
Yeah, but
with
there's
him
two
now.
of them.
Yeah, I can get a sneak attack on either one of them.
Yeah,
Because
they're both in
in
melee right
range.
now.
I think the one probably has cover from the corpse pile.
He seemed to imply if I got around the corner, I'd be fine because I thought it was a corpse pit.
No, I think what he was more referring to is the line of sight from because if you're sitting back here, hang on.
Yeah. Honestly, I should be able to hit them because their AC is only 14, and I get bonus 10 on.
Yeah,
my
it's like
All
bonus
right,
rating.
Eldove, what's the verdict?
Alright, the verdict is 25 fire damage.
25.
Yeah.
And tab which one? The one on Khalil?
Yeah.
And how's it hanging after that?
They're both looking pretty bad. They're both bleeding profusely. They're both scorched beyond recognition. They're not having a lot of fun right now.
Alright, sorcery point, firebolt it.
Okay. Same one.
Alright, and now let me break out the 2d10.
$14.
19 more fire damage.
And you've definitely got it on the ropes.
Damn.
But it is still hanging in there.
And it's still got a hold on me.
Zook. Yes, it does.
If I step, wait, focus. If I step here, do I have a straight shot, or does it still have partial cover?
They both have half cover from there, so +2 AC for them.
You know what? I got some lucky tokens in my pocket, so I think I can get this. All right, I'm gonna take a shot at the one that's grappling Khalil still.
Okay.
And that should hit it. That's 16.
That'll hit.
So base damage of 12.
That's enough. You put an arrow in its butt, and Khalil, you feel the tentacle immediately go slack and slide from around your body as the thing
Good.
slumps to the floor.
My sneak attack can't change focus, can it?
Huh? No, it can't.
Okay.
You would have got sneak attack damage on that guy, but he only had 5 hit points.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. And then I'm just gonna actually just kind of duck back behind the corner.
Okay.
Change the focus. It's like the other one's surprise is so great that it just takes 14 damage.
Khalil.
It's like, oh shit.
Hey, it was worth asking.
Yeah, you get the idea of what I'm doing, right, Brick Road? I'm gonna step up in here and melee this guy now.
All right, let's see some rolls.
That's the wrong die. I want my pink die.
This Pepto-Bismol dice.
Yep.
That does it.
Yeah, that'll hit. E8 plus 7. It's 10 damage. Extra attack.
Okay.
We'll miss. Actually, no. Wait, 10.
Yeah, he only had.
I will burn.
He only had 8 hit points. He's dead.
Well,
That
I was gonna. Well, I mean, that was just a 10 to hit. If I expend the bardic inspiration, that'll put it up to a 16.
I mean, you just keep that die until you take a rest. That sits there and you have it. So Khalil steps forward and puts an end to this second odium, and it collapses to the floor with a groan. And so now you have this giant exploded pile of goblin corpses and 2 terrible odium corpses laying in front of you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Gonna pick through the corpse pile a bit distastefully with my pack blade with detect magic up.
How long are you going to spend doing this?
I don't know, a minute.
A minute. You find nothing and you are disgusted.
Yes.
Eldove says, "What the fuck was that?"
I will add disgusted to my character sheet.
Okay. So
Did you share
let's
the fact
just
that these,
let's just run down the list real quick. What all's happened here? Tarin's max hit points are down by 10.
Yep.
Zook is riddled with crossbow bolts and has a cursed dagger.
Yep.
And 4 magical damage I can't heal until a hit dice it.
Khalil is down 2 AC because his armor got rusted.
Yeah, Eldove and
fine.
Arik are still doing okay, except they've both expended some spell slots, so you guys are still doing okay. All right, so
And
what's next?
while I'm picking through the corpse pile, I'll tell you there's magical traps on those chests in there. I'll show you where they are once I'm done looking through this. Ugh.
Yeah, you have to tell me if I can get around it. But I think those are just booby traps based on the.
Hold on, I'm being disgusted.
Yeah.
Does anyone need any sort of healing or medicine? Or any sort of curative
I mean, I've still got 59 hit points, so I'm doing okay.
I'm just gonna put up an armor bag if this next time we get in a fight. That'll take care of the missing
Very well.
max HP.
Tarin, is the traps just in front of the chests, or are there traps elsewhere?
You can't see the traps. You're standing in the doorway back here.
I know,
only
but he
magic
said there's traps.
The only magic was in front of the chest. There might be non-magical traps elsewhere.
Okay.
It's a wizard's tower. It's all gonna be magical traps.
They're not gonna contract out to the Assassin's Guild.
I'm gonna pull over here for spell materials. Might be some pearls or something.
They're nothing of value that you see immediately. I roll an investigation check and declare how long you're spending to look. Because, I mean, there's just piles and piles of overturned stuff.
I'll just spend a minute, while these guys are poking around the room. Okay. If they start to leave, I'm gonna leave with them.
Zook, you're standing right here?
Well, I was gonna ask Tarin where the traps are.
So
Tarin, here's what you see. You see a magical conduit of energy with your detect magic up that moves from this chest to this chest. It looks like a thread that links the two. And then this one. And then it goes into this wall and down along this wall and then disappears into a brick in this wall and you don't see it anymore.
So I'm going to describe that in detail to Zook.
How'd that investigation go, Eldove?
It failed.
You find jack and shit. Zook, what's up?
If it's a magical conduit, I don't know how to deal with that. And it looks like it's splattered some goblins already.
I thought you disarmed magical traps before when we'd point them out to you.
You can, if you find the device that disarms them.
So, you said that goes into a brick here? Is the brick,
Looking at this wall. Well, you're not looking at that wall. You're standing here in front of Tarin.
Right. Is the traps cross in front of the chest, or they're just between the chests?
You don't see the thread at all.
Yeah.
I know, I'm asking Tarin.
Okay.
The conduit goes from chest to chest to chest into the wall and into that brick.
Yeah, Tarin, you see it moving along the surface of this wall and then disappears into a brick right here.
I'm gonna actually do a physical perceptions for any actual threads too.
On what?
Around the chests.
Which chest?
I want to see if it's safe to walk down this hallway, basically.
So you're checking the floor?
Yeah, checking all along here.
Looking on the floor, and the floor in here was once clean and marble tiled like upstairs, but covered in dust and animal fur and various things, spell components basically, crushed crystals. Other than the pile of dried vomit here, and there's a cracked indentation in a floor that's covered with like a dried blood splatter here, looks pretty safe.
All right, I'm gonna walk up here and look at where he said that the magical thread sort of terminates over here.
And the reason the thread terminates in the wall is because you see an indentation in the wall here. Relatively large, actually. Like, you could crawl up inside it if you wanted to, or you could just reach up with your hand. In the back of it, looks like there's a switch. Or a lever of some kind.
YOLO. Let's flip that switch.
Okay. Everybody roll, or yeah, you can keep initiative. I'll roll.
Sorry.
Zook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks to be you today.
I'm having a bad day. My curiosity is getting the best of me.
You take 5 piercing damage, 4 acid damage, and you are grappled.
Okay, so I took 4 and 5, and I'm grappled. Okay. I go, ha!
Now, here, I'll describe what you see after I put put this initiative down here because I can only. I wish there were two of me. I could do two things at once, but I can't. So, ooh, nice. He goes first. Whoops.
Evil.
Evil.
Bitey wall.
Tarin and Khalil. From where you're sitting, you see Zook reach up into this indentation in the wall, and immediately the wall chomps down on his arm. The bricks on the top and the bottom materialize teeth and immediately clamp down on top of him.
Great.
Nice.
And
I
last
thought this
week?
Final Fantasy 14.
Zook,
And
you were
last week
grappled.
was when we were playing the first edition adventure?
Last week, yeah.
I think he got inspired.
Bear with me 1 second, guys. I gotta roll some stuff, yeah. I rolled a 6. I gotta re-roll that.
I'm really good at this boss in Final Fantasy 14, so we should be good.
Tarin, you are an unlucky motherfucker. That's all I got to say. Let me paste some stuff here. Oops, I hope I didn't... I keep hitting Control X on the wrong computer, so I hope I'm not like making things disappear in tabletop. That would suck.
No, I don't
you're
think
good.
so.
Not yet.
Okay, good.
Not at least not until you start killing player characters.
Well,
You're just
we might be
gonna
able to
delete
do that
Zook.
to poor Zook anyhow.
Tarin.
Just delete
Yes.
Zook.
Actually, only Khalil would see this, because I'm assuming Tarin's watching Zook, yes?
Yeah.
Khalil, you're more aware of your surroundings, and way up in the ceiling, on the very perception of your vision, because you don't need dark vision. You got motes of light floating around in here.
Yeah.
So you can see a hatch open up in the ceiling
Oh,
right here.
fuck you. Oh,
And this
fuck
goblin
you.
shows up and whips this thing at Tarin. Tarin, I need another strength save.
I'm okay at these. 21.
Oh, this
Yeah,
time
you're
you-
fine. And it's the same exact kind of silvery mercury goop as before. It splatters on the ground and covers your body. You feel that solidification, and for a moment, you're scared because I don't want to go through this again. But you manage to work your muscles and get through it, and you're not. And by the time you turn around to see what's up there, it's just a solid wall.
God.
Honestly, that was the most restful minute I've had on this adventure.
Zook, get your arm out of that wall. so you
Zook
can
does
go
not
up
have
there
a
and kill
turn
that
yet.
thing.
It's Evil Bitey Wall's turn.
I know.
Now,
I'm still shouting because it's
As you
free
guys are
action.
watching, a square cubicle form from inside the wall starts to move outward as it's got Zook grappled. At this point, its mouth is open again, and it's got like a tentacle coming out from the back of its throat that's wrapped around Zook's arm.
Are we sure I didn't help with this adventure?
Nick helped with this adventure.
Awful
Damn it,
lot
Nick.
of tentacles is all I'm saying.
I know, right?
That'll hit.
So he has advantage on Zook.
He does. And Zook's about to take some more damage. Zook!
Mm-hmm.
7 more piercing, and 2 more acid as this bite comes down on you.
Let me reduce the piercing, because I'm assuming I see it coming this time.
You do, yeah.
Okay, so 7 by half is
3.
3, and then what was the other one?
Well, what was the total? So it was 7 plus 2 is 9. You can reduce the total, because it's all coming from one attack. So you can
Okay,
actually
so
reduce it by
4.
4, and you can take 5.
Okay, so I'm down to 45 hips.
And
Okay.
this thing starts crawling out of the wall. It looks like a section of the wall is literally crawling forward, chomping
must
on
be what-
Zook.
That
All
must
right.
be why he got. It must be to explain the little splattery.
Okay.
Khalil.
Is shitting my pants a free action?
Yes, you've already done that. It smells like gnome
Okay.
shit. Khalil, you have an action.
Walk up here and hopefully it is
Here,
not
actually,
resistant to
let's-
sword.
It's not, but give me a second. Let me actually spawn this thing in since it's climbed out of the wall now. Oh, I didn't make one for this because they've
Be
already
a
got
bee
something.
fighter.
Does this thing have a name? Is this a known D&D thing I can look up and be horrified by?
It is. So Zook, you're still standing on the floor. This thing's like crawling out of the wall towards you. Oh, it's on the grid. Let's get rid of that. It's upside down. That's not good. There we go. It's starting to crawl out of the wall, but it's biting you. It's still upside down. What the fuck? There we
Did
go.
the D&D mimic? Is that what we're dealing with?
All right, Khalil. You can strike it from there.
Let's see. 14 plus 8 is 22.
Yeah, that'll hit. See, the thing is, Destil, I didn't actually get to do the first edition dungeon crawl. So...
Yeah, that was...
12 damage.
Like one.
Extra
damage?
attack.
Yeah, just give me the total damage at the end. I'm fine with that.
12. Ooh, nat 20.
Nice. So that your second attack will crit.
Is this a surprise round?
No, the surprise round was when it first bit Zook. Nobody's
Why'd I
surprised.
get
this
skipped? Why'd I get skipped?
24 plus an extra d8 is 26 damage.
That's a good question. Why did Eldove get skipped?
Oh, because I was looking at the wrong place in the turn order. That was my bad.
Oh.
We'll let Khalil
Alright,
finish
I'll-
because he's already rolling.
No, yeah, no big
What's the total damage?
26 damage.
46?
26.
26. And you cleave through this thing, and you expect to hit brick. Like, you expect your sword to come down on brick. But it cleaves through it like flesh. And you pull back, and there's like this purplish blood on your sword as you cleave through this thing. Alright, now let's back up to Eldove. Fireball?
Alright, Eldove. Yeah, Eldove will fireball.
Nice.
No, let's be reasonable here. Fireball wouldn't hit everyone. I'm gonna firewall.
There you go.
No, I'm just going to...
You get real, get real cozy with Tarin there? That's fine.
I'm just gonna get real cozy with Tarin. Just, like, edge up on him.
Okay.
Like,
And then toss
True
out
bros.
a Scorching Ray.
Okay. Aiming at the pile of bricks that's chomping on Zook.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got real cozy with Tarin, so I used this die.
Oh.
oh my.
Scorching Ray gets to make a save, yes? That's not a to hit? Or is that a to hit?
No, that's a to hit.
That is that's a hit.
What AC did you
So
hit?
two hit. 14 plus 9, does that hit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Alright, yeah, they all hit.
Okay, go ahead and roll
And let me break out the d6s.
roll the damage. How many more of these Scorching Rays do you have?
They're a level 2 spell, so
Okay.
depends on how many upper level spells I want to use.
I see you've got one slot left here. But you can use it
Yep.
at the higher slot, too.
Right,
You can
that's
also
what I'm
burn
saying.
sorcery points to...
Yeah.
4,
Sorcerers
6,
are broken, man.
9, 14, 18, plus 15 is 33.
Now, Zook,
Yeah.
your arm gets super hot, and you feel the adhesive from this thing's tentacle wrapped around your arm loosen up as these bricks catch fire in a way that you've never seen bricks catch fire before. And they start to hiss and pop and melt. And before long, you've got this mass of just what looks like purple gelatinous burned flesh sitting on the ground in front of you. And now looking back in the wall, you see an indentation with a switch in the back of it. And
Medic.
Tarin, from where you're standing, you now see the purple, like, magical thread connects all the way back into the wall and now connects to this back of the switch.
I'll explain that to him.
So, Zook,
I will
Tarin
try
says
that.
to reach in there and flip that switch.
Eldove hears about the horrible magical switch and backs the
Actually, I'll
fuck
do it,
out.
Zook, if
Yeah.
you want me to.
Yeah, can you please mage hand this thing while I go talk to Arik over here?
Yeah, I'll have everyone else clear out, and I will cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
I assume you want to cure wounds.
If you
And
don't
then-
mind, please, sir.
How far do I have to be back to have
I'll
line of sight
cast
on
it
the
as a level
switch?
2 spell.
You have to be standing right in front of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it's an
Well, then
indentation
there's
in
no
the wall.
point to Mage Hand. Right, no point to Mage Hand then. I'll just let the temp HP soak it.
Okay. You reach in, flip the switch, and the
hold
magic
on.
thread disappears instantly.
Oh, awesome. I'll begin to loot. Actually, I should probably have Zook search for physical traps.
Now, I have to give Nick the credit for this one. He said, what you should do, right, is have a treasure box, and people are going to be thinking, oh, it's a mimic. But then actually have the mimic in the wall behind them.
That would be adorable.
So this was one of Nick's, is my point.
As those motherfuckers run around with detect magic up all the time, make it obvious that there's a magical trap back there.
Right.
Thanks, Nick.
I fucking hate Nick right now.
Oh, I know Nick is at
I love
he's at a
Nick.
con right now, but when you go out to this VOD, I know he's just gonna rub his hands like Mr. Burns, you know, and cackle evilly.
I
So-
know, yeah. This is for you, Nick.
All you did, Nick, is
So-
add one more thing to the list of things Eldove shoots fire at without questioning.
Let me quickly describe
Walls.
what you guys see when you look up the staircase there, since you're all standing there, and I might as well.
Okay.
It's straight down here, but it looks like it goes up and it starts spiraling around to the left. And I think that's all you can see from here, going up the stairs. All right, so now
I'm
what's
gonna
happening?
I'm casting Prayer of Healing on everybody.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Very nice.
I was
I'll
gonna-
get in on that.
I was gonna cast Cure Wounds, but that only gives me an extra die. And if I'm going to roll 2d8 anyway, I
Might
might
as
as well
well
just
roll
make it the whole pack.
Yeah, the
for
whole party's
everybody,
got
huh?
a couple bumps on them.
Yeah,
So
I've got a couple bumps.
7 plus 6 is 13.
So
HP.
everyone gets 13.
Yeah.
That's okay. My max HP went down, so I only had 3 damage.
Oh, that puts Khalil back up to peak physical condition.
Nice.
I'm at 58, which is pretty darn good for me. Okay, so
It's an
back to these
important
treasure
place
chests.
for the fighter to be. At
Yeah,
full
if you
health.
wanna search for physical traps, be my guest.
All right, I'm
Eldove
gonna-
sits on the ground and starts casting a ritual. Let me know if we leave before 10 minutes passes, and then he'll just cancel it.
Okay.
Are you gonna tell us that you're gonna spend 10 minutes casting something?
Well, he sits down and very clearly starts working on a ritual.
But you don't tell us how long it's gonna be, do you?
It's 10 minutes. It's always 10 minutes.
Yeah, ritual is 10 minutes to cast.
All right. Checking
need-
the first treasure chest for traps. Is it perception, right?
Yeah, it's perception to notice a
Yeah,
trap.
so that's 24 on the first chest.
And you don't see anything.
All right. Try to open it.
You open it up, and it bites you. It's another fucking mimic.
Thanks.
No, I'm kidding. Open it up.
Was that Peanut?
Oh, how
That
funny
sounded like
would
it was
that be,
Michelle.
though, if there was
It
a
wasn't.
mimic in
No.
the back and then a second mimic?
You open it up,
Or is it
and
Yahitsu?
Yeah.
Nice.
inside there looks like some assorted gems, like maybe a dozen or so gems, and a small brooch as well.
I want to grab a couple of the most valuable ones.
Deck
They're each
magic
worth.
on the brooch.
The brooch is magical, and the gems are each worth 50 GP. There's 13 of them.
That's the treasure sheet.
Yeah, just go ahead and just put that in the treasure.
13 50 gold piece gems and a magical brooch.
Yep.
All right, well, move on down to the second one. Check it for traps. And that'll be a 30.
No, you
not
give it a
20,
good
30.
once over, and no, it's not trapped.
All right, open the second one.
Open it up. Contains a shitload of coins. Silver, gold, maybe even a couple platinum in this one. But, I mean, it's heavy, loaded with coins. No copper, though.
We'll have to loot it later, I guess.
Yeah,
you
I'm
think
gonna-
if we leave it out, the goblins will come scurrying out and trying to get it?
Now, because, I mean, Eldove's going to be here for a few minutes casting this ritual, so if you want to get the count, you can spend this time doing that. But you still got another chest to go through.
let me pop the last chest first.
Okay?
Are these benches or something?
Those are shelves
they're
that have been
shelves.
ransacked.
Shelves. Can I take one of those and put it on top of where this... can I just move it against the wall so that that hatch is now blocked?
No, because that hatch
While they're
is
doing
60
this?
feet up the wall. It's all the
Okay.
way at the top.
Okay.
I just rolled a 14 on the last chest.
Okay, you go over it. No, it doesn't look like there's anything trapping it.
All right, pop it open.
Pop it
It's
open.
trapped.
You look in. You see a very small black onyx rod. And
I
it
don't
has
wanna
no
touch it.
features or at all. It's just solid black onyx. Also in here are a set of beautiful black and cloth of silver robes. And a human skull that's been blackened, and it's polished, so it's very shiny, and it has runes carved into it.
I holler and I say, Tarin, this looks like your kind of thing.
Detect magic?
The
I don't
ro-
know if I should be offended by that. I'm saying that in character.
The rod is magical, but the robes and the skull are not.
I'll take the rod.
Okay.
And as long as we have 10 minutes that he's invoking a ritual, I'll come over here
You
and see
do
if I
not
can figure
have
out what
10
it does.
minutes, because you guys are all hanging out in this room, and... Oh, never mind. So 5 minutes go by while you guys are doing all this stuff. Eldove, your ritual is halfway done. Are you going to count up the gold in this time? Count up the coinage?
Yeah.
Now, who's going to be carrying this coinage?
Duke just wants to know how much platinum's in there, because he'll pocket the platinum for now.
85 platinum coins.
Okay, he's not going to pocket 85 platinum coins. Maybe he can take 10 of them.
85's not that heavy, dude.
85 platinum's not going
Tarin
to be
can
that heavy?
carry it. He has 19 strength.
50 coins is amounts to about a pound.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
currently
telling you.
carrying about 180 coins.
All right.
yeah, it's not so much the
Duke-
weight, it's the bulk. Like, if you have like a
Yeah.
sack over your back with coins. In this chest, if you want to write... Destil, if you want to write that down.
Yeah, I'm writing it.
I'm telling you,
1379 in silver, 683 in gold, and 85 in platinum in this chest.
Right, that's what I'm saying, and I know what Eric's going to say. I was going to take the platinum and leave the rest as goblin bait.
Yeah, we leave this shit out, the goblins will be they can't resist to come literally crawling out of the woodwork for this shit.
Right. So if no one objects, Zook was just going to pock him the platinum.
Eldove. What happens if you're interrupted halfway through a ritual? Just vanishes?
The ritual stops.
Your ritual stops.